All right, hello, good morning, good evening, and good night. I hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic because today we're going to be talking about Crash because Crash has been one of my best performing positions within my portfolio in the recent times. I'm currently up about 10% on this position. It's true, I only have about $585 invested into it, which has now turned into $642, up about $57 on my position. And the reason being is because of the recent downtrend in Tesla. But this is going to be a video more than just a video about Crash because we already know what Crash is. If you don't know, Crash is the Yieldmax short Tesla option income strategy ETF. It looks to pay a pretty decent dividend, 78% dividend, a very high dividend based off of the short side of Tesla. So when Tesla goes down, Crash is going to increase in value, which is what we've seen in the past 5 days, up 6.4%. So why do I want to talk about Crash? It's because I believe that today we had a down day in SPY, which is the S&P 500, due to the downtrend in Tesla, down 6% today. And when we look at down 6%, we're looking at a $1.2 trillion market cap company. That means likely over $1 billion lost today in terms of Tesla stock. So of course, not a small day by any means. What I want to talk about is where I believe Tesla's resistance points are at. I want to talk about what I think Crash is likely to do in the near future. Am I looking to hold, sell? And then we'll talk as well about the dividend paid out and my total return for Crash. So if that does sound good, we're currently up to 6,944 subscribers. 519 subscribers in the past 28 days. We are approaching 7,000 subscribers. Do your best to help us get there. I really appreciate all the help. And of course, everyone in the community too, because this is your channel as well. You guys help me out a ton, and so you guys deserve the credit. So I want to say thank you for joining. And now let's get into this video. So cool. Crash. Yieldmax ETF goes on the short side of Tesla. Not TSLY, Tesla. Tesla, as you guys know, it reached a high in the past month, which was an all-time high of $485. For reference, when I bought into Crash, I actually bought when Tesla was at $479. So I bought pretty much at Tesla's all-time high, and it's since then gone down. I bought Crash because I believe Tesla was overpriced. I think Tesla... A lot of people I heard thought Tesla was going to go to 500, but then what happens when it hits $500? I think a lot of people would have sold. Tesla didn't end up reaching 500. It hit 485 and has yet fallen to $379. So $100 since then, roughly about 20%. And as I mentioned, the reason why I don't buy TSLY, I put TSLY up here too, is because when Tesla falls, TSLY takes all of the downside. We look at the past. Even the past few days, down 22%. TSLY is down 22%. Tesla in the past 5 days is down 17%. So, of course, TSLY is down a little bit more because they pay out 117% dividend at the current rate. But you can see that makes up for it. Down 22%, where Tesla's down 18%. So TSLY takes all of the downside. That's why I don't believe it's a great yield max strategy, and that's why I stayed away. And I mentioned so many times, Tesla falls very hard to the downside. And so why would I not want to look and take advantage by owning Crash? Now, would I be buying Crash at the current price point of Tesla? I'd be indecisive. And the reason being is because I don't know where Tesla's going to go. Of course, as I always mention, I don't know where a stock is going to go. I only react and base my positions off of that reaction. Now, my initial plan was if Tesla was to increase above $500, I would buy more Crash because I believe personally that Tesla would go down from there. I don't think it's a sustainable price point by any means. And I currently think that Tesla is going to potentially fall to maybe about this $340 level. The only reason I say that is because we have this big resistance right here. So we might see some kind of support there. We see this support here. So that's why I think there's going to be support at $340. That's kind of my prediction. And at that point, maybe I might look to sell out of Crash. Now, I do believe Tesla should be about a $300 stock in my opinion. So if Tesla was to reach that price point, I think I would sell, and that would put me in a position where I maybe make about 25% off of Crash, which is fantastic considering I've only been invested in it for a month. Yet, I've actually received a dividend from Crash, and that came out to about 36 cents. So what I'm going to do here is I want to add up this right here, 0.3708. And then on top of that, I bought Crash when it was at the share price of $5.85. So it's currently at $6.42. So I want to kind of split the difference here. We can get that number after. 5.85 subtract 6.42. Boom. 57 cents. We have 0.57 plus 0.3708, which was that dividend. So total, I'm up about 94 cents from $5.85. When we divide that by $5.85, we get a 16% return. So although it says I'm up about 10% in Crash, I'm actually up 16%, and I've only held on to it for a little while. Of course, in that same time frame, Tesla has fallen very hard, which I kind of felt, but of course, my predictions aren't always right. That's why I only have $500 in. I wasn't extremely confident, but I knew eventually I felt Tesla would go down. So why are we talking about Crash and why are we talking about Tesla so much? Because I believe it's kind of what's driving the market down at the current moment. Of course, we do have Bitcoin, which has also fallen in share price. We see that in Coinbase. Coinbase is another Yieldmax ETF. We have Coney, and Coinbase has fallen from $350 all the way down to $250. So another Yieldmax ETF, which has taken a heavy hit in the past month. You can see down 18%. So these are two Yieldmax ETFs. If you were to have bought Fiat, for example, which is the Coney Yieldmax ETF, you would have been doing pretty good over the past month or even past 5 days, up almost 8%. So it's really a matter of where do you believe the stock is going to go from here. Personally, I think it's going to go down a little bit more, and then I'm unsure. So likely I'm going to sell out of Crash, my position. But I just wanted to talk about this because Tesla is a very big market mover. It's one of the main 7 companies in the S&P 500. I know the S&P 500 holds 500 different companies, but it's a main contributor to the price movements and fluctuations day to day. And when Tesla's down big, SPY is affected by that. It has the power to affect it. So it's important to keep it in mind. And of course, you could do other things when the market's down, like buy SPXL, which is a 3 times bull on the market. If you believe the market's going to go up, that's what I would be buying. I only bought 1 share, as you can see, and I'll likely buy more as the price drops further if that's going to happen. But today was just a video to show you how much really my return was on Crash, how it's performed for me so far, what I'm planning to do, when I'm planning to sell it. Maybe when Tesla hits $340, I will sell, and then we will go from there. That's just one example of how you can use Yieldmax ETFs, not only for the long side with TSLY, for example, even though personally I would not invest in TSLY. This is not financial advice, just saying what I would do, but how you can use even the short ETFs, which I would only hold for a short period of time because I do believe both TSLY and Coinbase will potentially increase in the future. So this has been a video just to kind of share my opinion on everything. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope it sheds a little bit of light on the situation here. We're currently up to 6,944 subscribers. I'm going to do my best to keep an eye on the market because we are currently potentially headed into a little bit of a downtrend here. This is bearish in my opinion. So I'll keep you guys posted, continue to make some videos, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.